Okay. So hope you all can see my screen. I will just open this chart session so that people can chart. So I want, I started recording. Okay, yeah, I did that, Phil. So guys, I just want your response. Are you all able to see my screen? Yeah, okay. And is voice clear? Okay, so can you, is the voice okay? Idea is good. Okay, very good. Nice. Okay. Okay, guys. So yes, welcome to this session. So yeah, today is 28th. Okay, so this is just a backup demo for what we did last week. So this demo is about all about JavaScript test automation. So ideally, the people who are here are with different backgrounds. Few people on manual testing, few people on already done automation testing, people who are entirely new. Okay, so this particular course is it's not that it is only for the people who know Java. It's for everyone. So even though you don't know much about Java, Selenium also, but still it works. Okay, so I mean, this JavaScript test automation. Before that, before talking about test automation, let me give a little bit more insight about what is Maven IT and who am I, and then we will go from there. Okay. And guys, I just need to make sure that you are all on mute. But if somebody want to talk, you can actually talk. But after every kind of topic, I will give you a example, like 5 minutes of time for you to chart and ask any questions if you got verbal questions. Okay, so try to put your questions on chart. If not, if you can't, if it's a big question, then you can put it on the chart. Okay, so in meanwhile, in the middle, if you got any problems, please put your thing on the chart. Okay, so that I know how the things are going on. Okay, so it's very simple. I'm telling again that if you got any question, please put on chart immediately. However, if you got a few questions on the topic on the subject wise, please wait for me so that I can come on that and I'll ask you. If you got any questions, then you can put in the chart, or you can actually raise the voice. Okay. Okay, cool, guys. So let us crack on this. So, the first thing is, yes, I am from Maven IT. We used to do a lot of Selenium courses from last 6 years. So we got a physical institute in Ilford, East London, and we used to teach Java and Selenium as our main one and only course. But now, because the world is changing and the technologies are being completely new now, so that's the reason why we are taking some advanced courses on JavaScript side, because there's a lot of demand. So that's the reason why we just don't want to stick to one thing. Just like just like QTP before, people used to use QTP and much, but after that Selenium came into picture, then QTP is no more. So unfortunately, even Selenium will happen like that after a few years, maybe in 1 year or so. So Selenium will not be much used because of the way that the companies are going forward. So everything is digitalized, and everyone want to use the same technology as what the application is developed. So I will go into that topic in a bit. Before that, let me talk about myself. I am Sriram Angajala. I am a Java and JavaScript guru, and I have 15 years of experience in automation. I started in the days where Silk Test was there. Silk Test. I think many of you don't know the name of it, but there was a tool called Silk Test, and that was quite back. Quite means absolutely like around 10-15 years back. So I was actually doing automation at that tool using Silk Test, and then I went into Windrunner, then QTP, then Selenium with C#, then Selenium with Java, then again Selenium with C# when I worked for BBC. Then again I went into Selenium and Ruby, and then I went into Selenium and PHP using Behat and Mink. for a few government projects. And then again, I went into Java and APM for mobile testing in Eurostar. And then after that, from last 2 years, we completely transformed the whole stack from the Java and to JavaScript. So last around 2 years, I'm working on JavaScript side, JavaScript automation. So I got a lot of experience. So I can really help you to understand those concepts. Okay. Okay. Let us go to the next slide, which is the main slide. Why we all have to move step towards from the traditional automation tools to these advanced automation tools. Okay. So the fundamental reason behind this kind of change in the way that things are working. So if you go to any company nowadays, any company, especially when talking about the companies who are on the digital side, who got a website or who got a web application to actually do some stuff, it may be customer focused, or it can be kind of internal application, whatever it is. The people are moving from the desktop to the web application so that it can be easily portable anywhere in the world. Okay. So whenever there is a lot of web applications being developed, so there's a lot of need of, so whenever there's a development, there will be always a testing. So whenever there's a testing, and testing is not only one time, I think you all know that testing is repeatable. So in any application that you take, it will be evolving over the period of time. It won't be just like one time. It won't be a one-time kind of a development. So it will be like they do like MVP, and then they do phase 1, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. So the application will be evolved over the period of time. So if you take Amazon now, Amazon is not like that when born. So it was like single page and kind of single checkout, but it got plenty of features. So similarly, every application is getting evolved. So whenever there is a kind of continuous process of development, there is a continuous development. Functionally, yes, the QA can do it, but regression point of view, it is always a pain that to do a repeated test cases to being executed multiple times whenever there is a release. So whenever coming to regression point of view, obviously automation should be there. Then only it can help us to test those repeatable scenarios. However, nowadays when BDD come into picture, even the people are trying to automate at the time of development itself. So yes, automation really helps for your testing. So I don't want to elaborate on that point, but I think you people all appreciate the fact that automation really helps on our testing. Okay. So now when automation is really going good, now what happens is, it's okay, but however, automation is kind of is more of a regression purpose, and it was a kind of a world where QAs used to take ownership of the automation, and they used to do automation for the purpose of doing regression testing. So automation is a kind of an entity which was out of the box, not along with the development, but they used to run it to catch some bugs at the regression testing and say that yes, good. So that is what the company A where I'm talking about. So the company A here I'm talking about is a company where the QA automation testers uses Java for their automation, Java Selenium, and they use JavaScript for their front-end development and Java for the back-end. Back-end, I mean APIs, not a database, okay? So a company, so typically front-end technologies, I mean, there are a lot of PHP and, a lot of CMS and JavaScript technologies. So take a typical company where JavaScript is their front-end. So in past, what used to happen is there is no much focus on automation. So automation is a core entity of a QA. So that's the reason why they used to simply use Java. So there's no hard and fast rule that you have to use any language. And even I trained around 500, 600 people in the past. So I trained them on Java. So these people, when they go to any organization, then they tend to use Java, because Java is, first of all, they learned Java, and Java is a kind of easy stuff. So that's the reason why they will develop the automation framework using Java. And they don't really much care about what is the front-end technology or back-end technology. So ideally, we are talking about here like end-to-end tests which actually test customer point of view. Okay, it can be running on test environment or UAT or pre-production, whatever it is not a kind of a development environment. It's kind of an end-to-end environment which emulates the user actions. So that's the reason why it was more of a, you can use any language and people are comfortable with Java. Okay. Similarly, there is no much, again, the rule, there's no much rule. So there are few companies which use Python for the front-end automation. Okay. Why? Because maybe they got from some Python guys in the QA team. And similarly, even the BBC also, they use a lot of Ruby automation tools like Cucumber, and Cucumber actually bought from Ruby stuff. So they use Cucumber, and even the backend technologies are changing, but automation was never changed. It again, it is not in sync with the front end development stack. Okay, so the point I want to make here is you can use any language, and your development can be any language. Okay. But now, when coming into the latest, this generation where we are, is now we can see that it's more of companies are also moving, not only the front end, even back end also people are moving towards Java script. Okay, not Java, JavaScript, Node.js, ideally Node.js, which actually embraces your lot of big data and kind of this crypting technology. So Node.js is very much embrace all kind of latest technologies. Even your APIs can be easily developed using Node.js, and it can easily deployed. So JavaScript is a language which is very much interpreter language, and which can do the stuff in a very simply. You don't need a hard, it's not heavy, it's very lightweight. So it can easily do the help stuff for us. Okay. So now even backend is moving towards JavaScript. Frontend is already moved. Even we got EM6, and then we got React and all this kind of latest technologies for using frontend. So yes, almost all these digital companies who got this responsive websites and stuff, they use JavaScript. So now when everybody is moving towards JavaScript, so then it is not only the moving towards JavaScript, but even people want automation into their own stack. So they're actually saying, okay, automation is no more a QA job. Let us bring automation into us. So let us put automation is also part of a development process. So now automation is not the QA thing, but now people are asking, even automation testing is a part of development. So whenever you develop some code, they write unit test. But now companies are pushing towards write BDD test or your automation test along with unit test. Because even though you write hundreds of unit tests, that doesn't make any sense if your functionality is not working. So they are not 100% convinced that having 100% unit test is not enough. They want the actual black box test cases, like front-end test cases. So that test cases should be always be passing. Then only they will get a confidence that yes, this particular feature that we are developing is providing value to the customer. So that value addition to the customer confidence will only come when you are using automation test. So that's the reason why the companies are asking, even the automation should be part of development, and also developers also have to do the automation. Okay, so that is where the world is. So that is the reason why, because there's a lot of a lot of demand for automation testing, and that too not something out of the world. They want something within the box, which is nothing but your JavaScript, because front end and the back end is also JavaScript. So they want some technology, and the automation should be part of their development process, not the testing process. So that is the reason why there's a lot of demand for this automation testers who are JavaScript based. Okay. So I know there's hundreds of Selenium guys, the thousands of manual testers, hundreds of Selenium people, but only there are few people in the tens who are JavaScript automation testers. Okay. So that is the reason why when I randomly gone to any kind of what you call any job portal like Monster or something, if you see the pay for this JavaScript is very high. It's absolutely high. It's almost like 400 to 500 pounds per day. Okay, it's more than a developer actually to be nowadays. Okay, a developer is getting 400, 450. The reason why, because it's not that you only do the JavaScript development, but you are a QA who are manual QA as well as agile. However, you help to develop what you call develop the automation framework using any of the tools. So here he's just giving wide varieties of tools. It's not only one tool. So that is where I'll be going in details about the tools. Okay. So before going into next thing, okay, let me actually so let me actually talk about the one last slide, which I was just said recently, about why there's a lot of demand. So why the people are paying 500 pounds for a QA. So the reason why, because I just repeat it, because the companies are moving towards digital. Digital doesn't mean that they are doing something. Digital means that everything they're adding. They want to continuously add value to the customer by providing lot of variety of opportunities. Okay, so like example, you got a website. In the website itself, you got Google Analytics, you got chart, and you got multiple responsive website. It is multiple phase. So, and you can change the language. So they're providing lot of front end technology which can be user friendly, and the whole heavy lifting they're taking towards the APIs. So that is kind of a digital I'm talking about. So in that point, companies are moving towards that kind of technology where backend is more of APIs and front end is more of front end technology. So that gives them a lot of opportunity to do a lot of UI and UX and provide a customer very easy way to interact. Example, take any Facebook or any kind of applications. They're very easy. Google and YouTube, they're absolutely easy. Even kid can actually interact with them. So that kind of usability is only happening because the client layer is separate and backend is separate. Okay, so that is why you got to differentiate between them. So in this digital world, yes, your JavaScript is an important technology, and then JavaScript automation is obviously important technology here. Okay. And the second thing, yes, even the developers are doing a lot of automation nowadays. Developers are very much, any developer you take in their CV, they're putting automation as also their tools, because they know that if they put automation, then there'll be a lot of ask and demand for them. So yes, Java. And if you ask a JavaScript developer to do automation in Java and Selenium, he'll be like, no, I don't know much about that. Let us use JavaScript. Okay. And the other factor why JavaScript is because JavaScript is very fast. JavaScript technology is very, very fast. Okay. So coming to parallel running or sequential running and running the scripts, like or headless testing, everything will be absolutely fast in Java, completely JavaScript compared to Java. Okay. Apart from that, yes, again, why it is more demand is because because there are a lot of tools, even the tools like Protractor and the Nightwatch, there are a lot of tools which are there. And finally, the reality is that JavaScript is a lot of demand because there's no enough people in the market. There's no skill in the market. If you ask any consultant, because I'm talking to a few consultants, they're saying that getting a JavaScript automation tester is a nightmare because nobody knows. It's a very fresh technology. It's like very fresh and nobody knows. So example, if you take any new technology, then, initially there'll be a lot of demand, like SAP and stuff. And when it came, there are hundreds of people who are just getting a job by just talking about SAP. And then now the market is saturated. So like that, now this market is fresh market. There are no people in the market. So if you guys are in the game, yes, that's it. You will be in a very, very better position to get a nice job. I'm not saying that you are not doing a job, even though you are doing a job, but to get a lucrative and nice jobs, example like contract rate of 500 pounds or permanent rate of 65k and 55 to 65k, yes, you need to have this advanced technology in your belt. Otherwise, you will be like, if you're just saying I'm no Selenium and Java, I mean, it's okay. You can prove yourself, but it's not a future-proof kind of technology. So the future is about JavaScript. Even a front-end technology and even your API tester also now we can use JavaScript. So So they don't want the people who don't know what they're actually doing, especially. And one more important thing is when we're going to roles like SDETs, okay, when we go to roles like SDET, developer in test, who actually know how to know more of development. So when you want to know development, you can't be a Java guy and go and do something in the JavaScript world. So you should be in the same stack. So you should be along with your developers. You should sit with developers and actually do some kind of a coding exercise with them. So those kind of SDET roles, you can't be just using Java, or you can't just like without anything, you can't be like that. You need to be good at JavaScript. Okay, and you need to know the tools. So that's the reason why there's a lot of demand, guys. Please believe me, if you are in the game, if you are able to prepare yourself and learn these new tools. See, I'm not telling this session, but I'm honestly telling any kind of where you learn this technology and get your skills ready, and you will be like a future proof, and you will be on demand. You can see I can see there's a lot of demand for these people. So if you are already if you are already thinking about that, yes, then you are at the right place at the right time. Okay, guys, I will give you like around 5 minutes for kind of ask any questions, and so that I can ask you any questions on this JavaScript and the job opportunities and stuff before I go into tools. Okay, so before I go into more technical stuff, I want to give you an overview of how the market is and stuff. So if you got any questions on that, like questions like, so tell me, is there any permanent opportunities for the JavaScript developer, the automation testers, or is it like, I don't know anything about programming, so can I learn this, or I know already C#, so what about, can I learn JavaScript? So, and those kind of questions, if you got anything, please let me know so that I will clarify that before going into my next topic. Okay, so I'll give you around 5 minutes so that you can ask me questions, and from there we will take it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, thanks for your questions. So I got Vipul here along with me. So there are few the questions about if you don't know, if you are from a manual kind of a background, and kind of little bit we don't know much about automation, but little bit about automation. So how we go from there? So yeah, so for his question, the answer is very simple. That instead of learning Java, you can learn JavaScript. Okay, because you learn Java, so because you are like a fresh slate, where whatever you write on that, it will be like that in that language. So what I would say is, you start. I mean, it's like driving. When you go to driving, what you say, if you got past experience, it will be hard to erase that and then do this. So it is like, I think for you, it's like fresh start. You start, forget about Java and start JavaScript straight away. It'll be easy for you. Okay, but uh, however, it's not learning. Yes, you can do it, but the only problem is learning JavaScript is a little bit difficult than Java, because Java is object-oriented language, and you can easily you can see some tutorials and you can easily learn. But here in JavaScript, the concept is different, so you need to learn in a different way. You need to do a lot of practice, because example IntelliSense is not there, so you won't get much help. out there. When you're learning, when you're into that, you'll understand. It's not so easy, but you need to take a little bit of time. And the other things is concepts like converting a data object into arrays data objects. So normally those things are example in Java, it will take, you need to convert into arrays. So you have to learn all these things. But in JavaScript, straight away they will give a solution. But it will take a little bit time for you to understand. But if you understand, that's it. It will be easy. Okay. So complex things will be handled very properly in Java, but in JavaScript, they will be like with the one line of code, everything will be done. Example, I'll show you some code.
It's like kind of inbuilt already, you need to reuse.
Yes, it is already inbuilt. Yeah, you need to use it.
The concept of class, we used to have that class you inherit. The kind of class concept will be there.
Yeah, I mean, we can use classes, but everything is a module here. So, see, typically when you learn Java in your engineering, you will be able to say Java is a class object. So it is not like that. It's completely different. It's an interpreted language. So learning that is a kind of, you need to understand that, you need to forget about that and understand that, okay, so everything is a module. So I can actually copy a module from one module to another module. And then I need to do this, a couple of things. And you need to learn fast. That's what I'm saying. Java, you can take some time, but in JavaScript, you don't need to spend some time, but you need to learn, you'll be very sharp. So initially you need to spend a lot of time. Okay, so example, you won't understand it easily. Java, you can take a lot of tutorials online and you can understand, but here it won't understand so easily. We need to have a guidance like me. You need to do a lot of practice. Okay, example, Java, one session I completed, even though you haven't concentrated, that's fine. You can come and after 2 to 3 weeks, you can join. But in JavaScript, it's not like that. So you need to spend more time. That is the point. Okay, so learning is a little bit difficult. It's not easy as Java. Okay, so but if you spend more time, then definitely. Okay, the other question: should we still learn Selenium and JavaScript? If we know JavaScript is the use of Selenium experienced contractors. If we know JavaScript is the use of Selenium. See, Selenium, yes. If you already know Selenium, it is Phil. I got your question. So if you already know Selenium, yes, it is. You can see if you know Selenium. See, learning JavaScript is a different thing. First of all, you need to learn the JavaScript. Then the rules like locators, page object model, and Cucumber, everything will be same here. Okay, so APIs will be almost similar. So initially, at least for a couple of classes, you need to learn separately. But after that, you will recollect all those concepts of Selenium here. But we are not using Selenium here. But that will help you to really go forward in the game. Okay. Okay, and our question is from data testers. When they transition from manual to automation, how do you see the market in the near term? For break even, how long this takes and what are the hot opportunities for manual tester automation? How do you see the market in the near? Okay, for manual testers to automation, I mean, yes, I mean, automation testers always have the demand. Okay, so automation testers, I mean, I'm talking about the technical testers, not a specific automation testers. But if you're non-technical manual tester is a tough. But if you are a technical tester, if I understand, I mean, if I'm putting the answer in a different way, if you're a technical tester who doesn't need that, you know, to only Selenium and all, if you know any programming language, if you know either Java, JavaScript, or anything, you are technical guy who can actually use any of the technologies to convert your tests to automation, then yes, there is a lot of opportunities out there. And how long does it takes? So how long it takes depending upon how much hours that you are spending every day. Typically from my course point of view, we got a 4 to 5 weeks. So ideally my chance is within 2 months, if you spend time for 2 months continuously on the weekends and little bit on the weekdays, then definitely by end of 2 months, you will be a good technical tester. And the opportunities are very, if you got any visa issues like Type 2 and all, then it will be a little bit tough because you only need to look for what called the contracts. But if you have a British passport or if you got or an ILR, then there are plenty of opportunities for JavaScript. Okay, so it's the massive opportunities. Okay, so I think the question is about the who is already manual tester. Okay, freshers is different.
No, like do we have an experience with anybody? Can you starting a
Yeah, so obviously the point is if you're a manual tester, then if you learn automation testing, so typically for these jobs, which I'm talking about permanent job, even though you got knowledge and you got at least one project of experience end to end, then there's a lot of opportunities that you can convert that learning and knowledge. You can straight away tell to interview that I got knowledge and I did one project myself and remaining all manual. Then there's a lot of opportunities over there. Okay. James, does that answer your question? Okay. Coming to Phil's question, do you say the SDETs are only also involved in developing software, or are they just developing the test as software will be developed? I'm concerned about knowing enough programming. Please repeat the questions asked in the room so we can hear. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the questions here are asked in the room. I'm repeating anyway. So coming to this questions. Yeah, SDET. So SDET, SDET doesn't mean to have to write the programming development. He never develops anything, but he develops the test. So he will make sure that the unit tests and integration tests and automation tests are covered good enough. And if they're not, the role of SDET tester is he should be able to locally test he had to test like the developer. Okay. So the difference between SDET and automation tester is automation tester tests the application, but the SDET test the code. So what SDET will do, he knows this is the code which is developed. He will not see what is in the code, but he will test the code itself, which includes unit testing and which includes automation testing also, which includes integration testing also. So he will go in the depth that he will test the code as an executable in local machine.
white box test?
It's like a white box testing. Yeah, it kind of, he will involve in the white box testing. And also he will do black box testing. So the difference between SDET and automation testing is SDET is more of a go into the code and do a little bit of white box testing. So he's not that he's the only person who write the unit testing, but he helps the developers to write unit testing. If something is missing, then he can go and recommend it. Okay, but doesn't mean that he's the only person who write unit testing. Okay, it's more of a developer in test. So he's developing the test for this company. It can be anything. Okay. Can I learn Java, JS, which user? Can I learn JS, which use in testing? Can I learn JS, which is using? Maybe I think I've not got your question. Can I learn JS, which use in testing? I've not got your question. Please repeat it again. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll continue the next slide. So, yeah. So coming to the next slide. Yeah, so as I said, the learning JavaScript is a little bit not as easy as Java. It is a little bit different. Okay, it is a little bit tough. But that is where I am coming into picture. My experience coming into picture, where I will make that hard journey a comfortable journey for you. It is a journey that you have to go through. There's no shortcuts. You can't. I can't give you a knowledge of JavaScript just like that. You have to go through a journey. You need to learn it. You have to go through JavaScript. You have to go through the complete course very patiently. But you have to go through that journey, and there's no shortcut. Okay. But only thing is that journey is what I will make you comfortable. Example, you are traveling in a ship, and you are traveling in an airplane. So the both are same. You have to go to the destination. Example, you have to go from London to New York. There's no shortcut. You can't time travel, or you can't just go within 1 hour. You have to either take a ship or you need to take a flight. Okay. So normally, if you are googling yourself and if you are learning by yourself, it's like a ship journey. You have to go a little bit slowly. You need to know how to go, and it's like a hard path. What I will do is I will still take the destination, but taking instead of a ship, I will take an airplane with a comfortable zone, and I will tell you very comfortably how to travel. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so yes, so what I will do to make it very smooth is that I had identified a shortcut of a easier way to learn the things. So first, initially, all the people who want to join the course, because I want the course will be started from next week. So the people who will be going through this course, the first lesson for us will be JavaScript basics. Okay, which includes what is a object in Java, how to write a method, how to create a class, how to call a method from one class to other class, or a file from one file to other file, and how to declare a constant variable, how to declare a static variable, how to create an array. It's like that. So the first initial session will be on the JavaScript basics. Okay, which will be very easy for you. Okay, so it's not a which I'll tell you. Okay, you need basics of Java. Yes, yes, Ravi. Yes, we will go through that JavaScript. Yes, without basic of JavaScript, I can't tell automation. Yes, and yes, we're going through that. Okay, and the second thing, after you people are comfortable with JavaScript, then I will teach NPM, which includes Node Packaging Manager. Okay, so which includes Node.js and packaging as well. Okay, so which is what I will teach you. So because JavaScript is a language, but to facilitate all this development process and building the whole application into a package and deploying into wherever it is. So those things you can't just use JavaScript for that. You need to have a base. You need to have a Node.js for that. So I will teach you what is Node.js. Yeah, so Node is just see, Node is like a Java, and NPM is like a Maven. Okay, so here gentleman asked question, what is analogy? The analogy between Java and JavaScript I will give you. Give me 1 second. I'm creating a new slide for you. So what I will do here is I will create a small table. Insert a table which is having 2 columns. Okay. So let us put 1 point in Java and JavaScript. So if you got Java here, it is JavaScript. Okay. I'm putting an analogy between Java and JavaScript, if that makes sense. Okay. And the second thing is your JVM, which is nothing but your Java virtual machine. And here it is called Node. Okay. That's called Node.js. And here, when you called about Maven, you got Maven to build everything. So here we use NPM packaging manager. Okay. And fourth thing here, what you will use. So use form.xml for your for your building and giving the dependencies and all this information. So here instead of form.xml, we use package.json. Okay. And here we use JUnit. People, if you know about JUnit, is for our assertions and this thing and your unit testing. So here we use Mocha and Chai. We use Chai for assertions and Mocha for unit testing framework. Okay. And then we use Cucumber for BDD here. So we can use Cucumber. So it's not that we will not use. We can use Cucumber.js. Okay. And coming to Selenium, so we use Selenium or WebDriver in some cases. Okay. Okay. And here we use tools like Protractor. Okay, use Protractor, WebDriver IO, and Nightwatch, whatever it is. Okay, and Cypress. Okay, we're using Cypress as well. Okay, so this is the equivalent of that. Okay, and so that's you need to know a bit of that also, and.
Nightwatch, Cypress, Protractor, WebDriver IO just for WebDriver.
No, it's not 4. It's in your 1. You can take one of them. So there's
okay, there are choices. Okay.
Choices, yeah. Depending upon your company's requirement, you can change it. Okay. I'll tell about that in detail. So yes. So coming to this, yeah, I will. So I think you got the analogy between Java and JavaScript now. Okay, and then coming to your the next thing which I will take you is, so after you guys are comfortable with the Node package, then I will tell you how to build a small framework. Because guys, we are not a developers. I'm telling you, if you want to become a developer or JavaScript developer, it will take 6 months to 1 year. So no, I'm not teaching you any JavaScript for development purpose, because that needs a lot of skill and lot of practice and lot of time. But this is where the things will change. We are an automation testers. We are not developers. So that is the reason why from here, instead of going to learn something else like Google APIs or React or Redux or HTML5 or CSS, if it is JavaScript development, then you need to know about that. But we are not developers. We are testers. That is the reason why the simple thing is, next thing is for us to create a simple framework which open and close a browser. That's it. Okay. So that's what we want initially. So we need to make sure that a typical framework, including package.json and your folder structure and your basic code and your node, npm, everything installed properly. Then what happens? A simple framework which opens and closes the browser. And for that, typically the first thing we will use protractor initially. Okay, we will use protractor initially, and in the course we use night watch and protractor. Okay, this is the two tools which I will tell you in the course. So in my course, the third session will be for me explaining how to create a small framework by yourself from scratch. Okay, you create a folder structure, you create a package.json, you create a folder structure, and then you open a browser and close the browser. That's it. Then that gives a confidence that you are building something which is purposeful for testing purpose. Then after that, the actual framework will come into picture. Okay. So now what happens? So now this is where the things will get complicated. Okay. So example, if you go to any commercial commercial company, an automation framework will be like massive. It will like 100 and 200 files. So if you just learn basic typical framework, it's not enough. You need to learn how to create a commercial framework. So for that, building that framework is again a pain. So you can create a basic framework, but building a big framework is a massive task. But that is the purpose. There's a shortcut, which again I'm telling, instead of building a big framework or doing nothing, there's a shortcut. After you knowing creating a basic framework, then I will teach you how to use a boilerplate. A boilerplate is nothing but a simple framework. Example, I will show you. Boilerplate for protractor. Okay, GitHub. I will tell you. Very, very simple. Okay, so example, you do this. There's somebody already built something. So what I will do, I will take a boilerplate, and then then you can say, now you know npm, and now you know what is the basics of automation framework. Then you can adopt of those skills into a boilerplate, which is nothing but a skeleton framework. And then you got something already there. You got one page object model here, something like this. This is what a page object model in your JavaScript. And you got some test cases. You can see that we are using Mocha here. Okay, so we got a few test cases, and then what simple, I mean, you already got some test cases. It is nothing but opening a Google page and wait for something, and you send some wish track and make sure that the wish track is as a part of the result. So this is a kind of boilerplate, which is a quick thing for you to start. So you writing this framework will be like, it'll take some time. You'll be like breaking your head where to initiate the browser, how to give the configuration file, and how to give the browser names. So setting up all these things is a little bit difficult. Example, you want to use gulp or grunt, those kind of things. It will take little bit. It will take time, and it will be like, because you are early learning. You cannot learn everything in the world. So there is something which is already there. You just go and understand how it works. Okay, so typical, I will take a typical what you called framework. Okay, and then it will be, you can adopt your basic skills into that framework. That will make you a good person, a good automation tester by that time. Okay. However, I will be a little bit technical here. So you also need to have a development application. Okay, application in your with your local machine. Okay, so I don't ask you to just go and automate Facebook or bbc.com. No, typically when I'm talking about the role that you will be going is a role where you need to download the development application yourself and start writing the test. So I will give you a small application for you. In the demo, I'll show you, which was run locally, and you can see that locally how the application is being built, and you need to be able to write the test for that application rather than like a manual tester. Okay, so I will tell you that as well, so that you will know that how you can emulate the real-time experience. And finally, once you are in that place, then again, let us go back to Selenium here. I will again teach you locators, step definitions, page object model, and continuous integration and continuous delivery. Okay, which is Jenkins and stuff. Okay, so from there, once you got the basic framework running, then it is matter of you writing some test cases, creating step definitions, creating page objects, and integrating the whole test suite into a continuous integration. Okay, so that is what I will teach as a part of the course. Okay, so then what I will teach you through this process, I will teach you few things. These are the few things I will teach you: Mocha, Chai, Protractor, and Cucumber, Chai, and Night Watch. So this is what I will teach you as a part of your course, and I hope sure that you people will be in a very good position on these two frameworks. Okay, and remaining I will just show you WebDriver IO on Cypress. I will show you how to use it, but you don't need to actually know much about it, because Nightwatch is the best framework out there, and Protractor is the best framework for Angular applications. So you are already getting the best thing out of it. This is the two things remaining for you, because if a company is specific to WebDriver IO, then you should not put a blank face. I don't know WebDriver IO. It's not like that. It's just a matter of you already learned something. I'll teach you how to switch between JavaScript and WebDriver IO. Nightwatch and WebDriver IO. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so that is what you will learn. Okay, so and yeah, that is a kind of thing that I will be teaching. So you guys got any questions on the course content and what you will be learning over the period of time? Please put your questions in the chat. I will be answering for you. Okay, so this is what you will be learning yeah, as a part of the course. Please look into that, because guys, I'm telling, don't think that after course I will call him and ask him, or after this I'll take a decision. So you can take a decision after that, but if you got any questions right now, ask, because we are already delayed 1 week for these people. There are plenty of people waiting outside for me to start the course. So it was just for the people who missed the last week. So so if you got any questions, ask me about the course and the tools that I'll be going through. And then the next topic I will take you is about a Protractor. I will go in details of Protractor after this. Okay. Okay. Can we use the scripts to run on all browsers? Yeah, very much. Nightwatch is multiple browser testing. Yeah, we can use in all browsers. See, Cypress is the only tool which can't run on all browsers, because Cypress is only on Chrome right now. It is supporting on Chrome, but remaining Protractor and WebDriver IO and Nightwatch are very much tests all across all the browsers. Okay. If I have to develop a framework CRM. I mean, yeah, Phil, don't worry about APIs. API testing is different. We are not doing anything about APIs here. So yeah, don't worry about that. Akash, is it possible for MS CRM? I mean, again, the same thing. Good question, Akash. See, the same rule applies. Even though your company is using Microsoft technologies like ASP.NET or Bootstrap or any kind of Bootstrap and Java jQuery, but still that doesn't mean that you cannot use JavaScript. You can use JavaScript for any application. So it is not only that you have to use for JavaScript. You can use JavaScript framework like Nightwatch for any application. We are again doing black box testing, so you can use it anywhere. But typically, if your front end is in JavaScript and if your automation stack is in JavaScript, it really helps on a lot of things. Your development and your continuous integration, it is easily compatible. But it's not a rule that you cannot use it. You can use it. Automation. Just one question: what is the need for protractor Nightwatch.js? What is the difference between when can we use it? Protractor and Nightwatch.js. Okay, I will go. That is the next slide, guys. So this is for this question. The next, I will tell you in a bit. Okay, give me 5 minutes. That is my next slide. Okay.
So if we are learning all this technology, JavaScript, Protector, Nightwatch, can we do automation for apps nowadays? Like every company is launching their apps, mobile app.
Yeah, for mobile applications, we can use. There is something called WD. Okay, WD.js for APM. Okay, I'll tell you. There is we can use the JavaScript also for that. So normally APM uses JavaScript as well. So this is a link which I will paste you here. So this is the library which is used to using JavaScript for mobile applications. Okay, so this is a APM equivalent. Okay, because APM. So again, Selenium standalone server is for web and APM is for mobile application. So it uses still APM server, but we can use JavaScript as our front-end language. Okay, so let me put this in your analogy. Okay, so I think I forgot about this. So Selenium standalone server, right? Alone server is for web and APM server is for mobile. Okay, so the context is different. So basically we use so even for this technology that we're using underneath this, we still use Selenium. Okay, under the hood we use Selenium standalone alone for web, and we can still use APM server for mobile. Okay, mobile server side. However, when we're writing the client side libraries, we can use WD.js, okay, which is equivalent for our APM. Okay, so that is what we can use WD for our what you called APM. So you can see that we can use something like so we can do a lot of hover, href. You can evaluate, click on element. So these are all kind of mobile interactions, and also you can use Mocha integration with that. So that's what I'm saying. Mocha is used everywhere. So that is what my course includes: your Mocha and Chai and the basics of all these things. Okay, so you can use WDI for APM as well, and we can use JavaScript for mobile testing. There's no limitation at all. Okay. Is Jasmine a core test framework for JavaScript? No. So Jasmine is for your protractor. So Jasmine is a core for Jasmine provides a framework for protractor. Okay, so but for Nightwatch, so again protractor is used for Angular applications. So whenever the people are using Angular, then the people think about using protractor and Jasmine. Why protractor is because using protractor you can directly use some functionalities like wait, Angular wait. So those kind of APIs we can directly use it. So Angular applications will know what protractor is talking about. So they're very much compatible to each other. That's the reason why you use protractor Jasmine for Angular applications. But for Nightwatch and WebDriver IO, Jasmine is not required. WebDriver IO and Nightwatch.js and Cypress, they're all the tools which don't really based on Jasmine. If that answers your question, Kishore. Okay. Coming to James' question, what are the set of software tools required to download for JavaScript course to practice the master and master? Okay, so that's what I'll tell. Okay, I think I will tell you those tools. Okay, in next few slides. Okay. Okay. Let us compare all these tools. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll open this. Okay, so I'm opening one more presentation. So if you guys can see it. Okay. So yeah, I'm taking one presentation. So this presentation is yeah, it typically talks what I'm talking about. So yes, there are a lot of tools out there which we're talking, but let me clarify. Let me differentiate between Protractor and Nightwatch.js WebDriver IO so that you will be absolutely clear. Okay, because there are a lot of tools out there, and I'm again telling JavaScript is not like Selenium. JavaScript is not like Selenium where we learn one tool and we know we can go for interviews. It's not like that. You have to know at least two tools. You need to have a variant because any company can use any tools. Okay, so and all these companies are not looking that you exactly match what the tool they are using. Example, in one company they are using WebDriver IO, and if you say that I did Nightwatch, then they will think, okay, happily you can come and join, because Nightwatch and WebDriver are almost same. So in vice versa, if a company is using some tools which is different tool, so again I'm telling choosing of the tools depending upon the company, and any company can use any tool, but you should be able to know how to know Node.js. So you are a Node.js automation tester, not like a Selenium tester. So that will help you to get a more flexibility towards the jobs that you're looking for, and it will give you flexibility for the consultants to roll out your CV to anyone. You can't. JavaScript world is not like one tool. You should be able to do any tool. Okay, and like that. That is what the SDET is about. You are not if you are stuck up with one tool. If that tool is not going forward, then you will be stuck. So it's here it is not like that. You should be able to do any tool. But at least if you know two tools, one is Protractor and one is Nightwatch.js, which Cucumber, you are top in the game. Okay, that is what my course is about. Okay, yeah. So Protractor, Protractor is a kind of a wrapper of this particular WebDriver.js. So how it was evolved is initially WebDriver came as WebDriver.js, but after that then these tools like Protractor had inherited WebDriver.js into making as a Protractor, because the main thing for Protractor is always a good friend for AngularJS applications. So if you are using AngularJS, we can example, do you know any AngularJS applications? I'll take you one AngularJS application on this. Okay. If you guys know any AngularJS application, you can tell me. Otherwise, just see the screen. What is this website? This website is, I think people know Sky. How many people don't know Sky here? Out of 18 people, raise their hands. Who don't know what is Sky? Sky Sports. Anybody don't know Sky? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sports channel. Yes. Very good. So this Sky that we're talking about here. So this application is a very good example of an application which uses AngularJS. Okay. So you can see that any web element that we are actually want to interact with is a kind of Angular. So they use AngularJS. Okay. So this is a triple application which uses AngularJS. Okay. It's not only Sky Sports as well, sky.com. Oops, wrong one. Not YouTube. Okay. So example, take this, any element. Okay. See that they're all Angular. Okay. So so it's more of an Angular application. So for this kind of applications, it's always that's what's good. So the main point here is that you have to see that this is more, if you see the locators, okay, so the locators are not very straightforward. Okay, they don't have much straightforward IDs and stuff. Okay, so that is where it will be a little bit struggling if you are not using AngularJS. If you're using AngularJS, then it will help us in many ways. Okay, so that is one of the reason why it is always good to use Protractor for AngularJS applications. Okay, and yes, it got inbuilt test runner, which is nothing but Jasmine. It uses Jasmine behind the screens, and it supports parallel testing. But it don't support mobile applications. But it actually supports Protractor, supports parallel testing. Okay, but just coming to more of that, WebDriver IO is a little bit stronger than Protractor because the APIs are very stronger. Means it got a lot of more APIs. Okay, so it have a lot of APIs. And one important thing that we can use is you can use Cucumber JS, which is the Cucumber, which we all know about it. Cucumber is the main tool which write your test cases. So this supports Cucumber JS. So WebDriver IO is much more matured than Protractor IO. So Protractor, okay, and it also supports mobile application testing as well. But WDI is much more better than this normally. Okay, that's the reason I had suggested that. Okay, and then Nightwatch. So why Nightwatch is better than, again comparing to this, Nightwatch is better than WebDriver IO. Why it is so important is because Nightwatch is a very good application to use page object model. So it supports page object model. WebDriver IO don't support page object model because the way it works, you have to create your own page objects. But in Nightwatch, it directly gives you a page object model. So that is one thing. And the other thing is there is you can use parallel testing as well as sequential testing. So it is very much, Nightwatch is good for multiple browser testing in parallel. So that is the biggest advantage of using Nightwatch. Okay, WebDriver you can do it, but you have to do one by one. But in Nightwatch you can use multiple at one point. So it is much more matured code base than WebDriver IO. Okay, so like that, you need to take the best out of it. So that is the reason why Nightwatch is better. That's the reason why I am teaching you Nightwatch. Okay, so mainly when you go back, and also assertions, typically you have to take assertion from tools like Chai. Guys, I know it is very hard for you to the day one to talk about a lot of things, but I'm very sorry that I need to go through this. When you come to the course, I can tell you in detail. Okay, but if you join the course, I can tell you each and what is Chai and its libraries and its APIs. Then coming to Nightwatch, I go through APIs and I can compare Nightwatch APIs with WebDriver APIs. But now it is like a demo session. I can't go in detail. That's the reason why I'm just saying that at the high level, Nightwatch APIs are much more stronger than WebDriver APIs. Okay, which is from my experience because I use both tools. Okay. Can we learn out of YouTube or Google? Should we join your course? You have to join my course. That is the point, right? If you learn from Google and YouTube, then you can go. I mean, even the demo also you can go through Google, right? So it's not like that. I will teach you the course. The whole point is that this is a demo. Okay. So if you really want to join the course, then after this class, please ping me in WhatsApp if you are in WhatsApp group, or email me if you don't you are not in WhatsApp group. Okay, by 0447453289655. This is my number. So either you can call me or WhatsApp me or you email me that you are interested. Then I will ask my coordinator to call you back with the more details, and then you can enroll for the course. So if you're interested for this course, you let me know so that I will then from next week onwards we will start the real course. Then I can go in detail. That is the point. If you are learning in YouTube and Google, then there is no point of this demo also. Okay, so that is the point that there is a course which is 4 weeks course. So we'll be taking the course for 4 weeks, 4 weekends on Saturdays. Okay, and then how the course works is that so every Saturday the course is 12 to 5 p.m. because this is a demo. It is only 2 hours, but the course is for 5 hours, which I will go through each and everything individually. And also Wednesdays out of these 4 weeks, so Wednesdays around 8 to 9 p.m. there is a kind of a Q&A session. Okay, so that people can come online and you can ask any question, because you people will be doing some practice on the weekdays. Then you stuck up, then you don't need to wait till complete 1 week. You can Wednesdays will be Q&A session and the lab session. If you I can help you to do kind of a help on your computer, and if you have any configuration issues, I can help you. So every Wednesday 8 to 9 p.m. and every Saturday 12 to 5 p.m. is our course, and the course will be 4 to 5 weeks. And I can't give exact figure because depending upon the people's skills, it depends. If you are all learning it quick, then 4 weeks is enough. But if a little bit delay for people not picking up, then it will be like 1 more week. So the whole course is all clear, but only part of only is that you people have to enroll, and then I will take the journey from there. If that makes sense. I don't know your name, but it is look like Dell. Okay, but yeah, that is what. Okay. Coming to the last slide for me. Yes, coming to this comparison. So this is a big comparison. So see, this is like as simple as this figure. Nightwatch got everything in it. It's like a super set. But WebDriver don't have page object model pattern, and it don't have advanced APIs. Likewise, Protractor don't support mobile application, and Protractor is not as matured as got big APIs. It got a little bit less APIs. So like that, any tool can work, but the maturity is there for Nightwatch. Okay, make sense, guys? Okay. So what I will do next is, let me go through the whole course content which I'll be teaching, and I'll show you a small demo of how the actual application works. And then after that demo, I will give you a conclusion, and after that we can leave for the day. Okay, and then you people have to tell me quickly if you're interested, so that I can put you in that next group, so that from next week we can start the actual course. Okay. Okay, guys. So as a part of the course, what I will be teaching. Okay, so as I said, I'll teach you the basics of JavaScript, as well as what I will teach you is, this is like one by one I'll teach you npm commands, which is nothing but npm test, npm run, npm start, a lot of commands that I need to teach you. So the course is, first of all, is JavaScript basics. Okay, where I will teach you. So how I will teach you? For that, we need to have a tool called WebStorm. Okay, so WebStorm is a tool I totally recommend. There are a lot of tools out there like Sublime and Atom and stuff, but I would always use WebStorm because that is very, very strong. Okay, WebStorm is like IntelliJ equivalent for JavaScript. Okay, which is a very strong, nice tool. You need to install that. Okay, so I'll tell you it got a lot of tools. I will tell you where is the link. JavaScript, yes, for JavaScript we use WebStorm. Okay, so
if a person want to use Eclipse or IntelliJ for JavaScript coding, you cannot use.
No, you can use IntelliJ also. Actually, if you got IntelliJ, you can use it. Eclipse, I don't think so. Eclipse is, I don't know actually, to be honest. Eclipse supports, but it's a little bit hard actually. Okay, so typically if you already have IntelliJ, yes, you can continue. But if you don't have IntelliJ, I would say that use WebStorm. It's very, very strong. Okay, so this is the link. Use WebStorm. Download it before coming to the next class. Okay, but if you are, no sir, I already got IntelliJ, then we need to add a couple of plugins for IntelliJ. Okay, because I already got IntelliJ with me, and I got WebStorm with me. For me, everything is same. So for me, everything is simple. Okay, so I use all these JetBrains tools.
So this is basic WebStorm is IDE. Right?
IDE, yeah, WebStorm is for IDE, yeah. Okay, maybe I'll put that in your PPT. Okay, yeah, you can use it. Okay, or you can use IntelliJ also. Okay, guys, so you can go and download it. It's free. Don't download it. Okay, basically you will get a free version. Free version. You can use that, and then we can take it from there. Okay, cool. And after that, yeah, I will be teaching an npm commands, which is very important, which includes package.json and all these things. Okay, and I will teach you Node.js, the whole how the Node.js thinks, because if you're just using JavaScript, it's not enough. You need to know Node.js, which makes you to think about your classes and your file structure and your what you call the runtime and all these things. You need to know a little bit of Node.js, because typically JavaScript is not like Java. It is async. It is always async application. So Node is async kind of a compiler. So every time it will take multiple threads. So waits and waits and execution is very, very difficult in Node.js. So it's not like a Java compiler. So you people have to a little bit know those things. Otherwise you will be in a problem. Okay. Then I will teach you. I'll teach you about the boilerplate. What is boilerplate and stuff. So while teaching Node.js itself, I will teach you what is the basic framework. Okay, so I'll teach you what is basic framework. Then going to boilerplate, then I will teach you how to use a boilerplate and what to watch out. Okay, I will tell you all these things in detail. What is the boilerplate and how to use it. So while using this boilerplate itself, we will definitely use. Then you need to know Chai, because boilerplate will have those assertions. You need to know how to download the Chai and Mocha assertions. You need to know how the hierarchy does, because there is a lot of things in Mocha and a lot of Chai assertions. So you need to know all these things. Okay. And then when we go into that, then actual after that, then actual protractor will come into picture. Okay. So because you can see that I'm not just telling Selenium or something, but I'm actually going to a little bit of basics. So once you know all these things, then we'll go to the actual protractor. In protractor, you have to learn locators, again the basics of locators. Then you need to know weights. Okay, and then you need to know what is the protractor API. So you need to know all these things. Without that, you can't automate a test case. You can't even log in and log out. So you need to know all these things. That's what I will be teaching for you. Okay. Now after that, we will go to the next level, which is your night watch. And again for night watch, I will tell you the basics again. What is night watch APIs and what is the APIs in that and how it is different. So I will touch you about night watch. And then, but however, the night watch, the purpose of night watch is because I have to teach you about page object model and your BDD as well. I think I have forgot to put here. I'll teach you BDD, writing Cucumber feature files, creating stub definitions, and creating page object model. Then I will be teaching parallel testing, and then Cucumber is already there. Yeah, I'll be teaching parallel testing, and I'll be teaching CI and CD, because that is what important. So that is the advanced level of the things. Okay. So yes, so that is what. So I will, before I conclude, let me show you a couple of demos which I got. Okay. I'll show you a couple of what you call demos which I'm using. Let me first take protractor. Okay. Okay. I'll show you something. Give me 1 minute. Before that, before the demo, while I opening all these windows in my machine, do you guys have any questions? Okay, give me 1 minute. If you got any questions, ask me. Don't be shy. We'll be opening my application. Okay, because as I said, I want everything to be in here. Okay, let me open this. Packages. Does this work in Windows or do you need Linux flavor? No, it works on Windows. Yeah, it works. It works. You can download. I mean, yeah. That is I will teach you, because you need to download npm. You need to download Node. I mean, you don't need to separately do it, but you need to download Node in Windows, and then you need to. I think that's a basic thing. So if you got Node, and then if you download WebStorm, then your scripts can work. So typically for Windows, even for Mac also, you need to download Node. So you need to use Homebrew or something like that, which I will help you, because in the day one you don't need all those things. You just need a compiler, which I can help you. But that will be part of the next week class. Okay. 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 Let me open this application. So give me 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute, guys. Just give me one more minute. Okay, so I opened one night watch and I opened one protractor framework for you, and I need to open one thing. Give me 1 minute. Okay, guys, any questions you got? Okay, so it is in React Web, CD React. Okay, CD React. Okay, okay, so give me one more second. Let me go through this. Okay, so I'll do this. Okay, so you can see that I opened a small application. This is what we'll be starting. So this application is I'm deploying locally. So this is what you people have to start doing it. You need to little bit involve more. You need to have at least a basic application running locally. Okay, without even internet, you should be able to run your tests. So that is what a pure SDET will do. Okay, I don't want still to use some e-com application randomly and take Facebook on web or Google and say that I had created a couple of automation tests and I'm done. So no, not like that. You need to involve more. Okay, we are in the next generation. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that this small application which is running locally. Guys, you can see my screen. Is that all okay? Can you see my screen? Small application here. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, thanks Akash, thanks guys. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you can see my screen here. So this is small application which actually I mean, it's small, sign up and sign in, and once you've done that, then you can see that there is some data which is coming through. So it's like a kind of a Facebook where you can put some feeds. Okay, so that is so typically in any company you need to download your development code. You need to have the development code with you. Then only in your development code itself, in parallelly with your development, you will write your automation test. Okay, that is how your automation should be. So because your development application is in JavaScript, you also have to develop your framework using JavaScript. Okay. Now let us run my test. Okay. So you can see that I got small protractor here, protractor test. This is what the protractor framework is about. Okay. In this protractor framework, okay, no, this is something else. Give me 1 second. It's not the right one. Not the right one. Why is it open here? This is night watch. Give me 1 second. Yes. Okay. So guys, now a little bit more technical. Let's see that this is my small protractor test. Okay, which was created. So this protractor test is very simple. You can see that this protractor test is using a few JavaScript notations here. So we use describe, which is coming from mockup, which is nothing but your your test suite. Okay, and every test suite will have few test cases. It is nothing but a test case. So you can see that now this is a small test case. So typically the test case will make sure that your application is running, and then it will click on sign in, and it will go and type username and password and come back. Okay, and make sure that you can log in. Simple test. So for that, what I will do is simply I will not do much here. I will just go and run this protractor command. Okay. So typically normally you have to do npm install, but here it's not required because I got all the libraries with me. So what I will do is protractor. What I will do is simply I will type this word protractor. Okay. Where is my okay? So I will type protractor. I'm a little bit lazy here. Protractor, then protractor. That's it. Do this. Then what happens? It immediately, you can see that the test is being invoked using your Chrome browser. So now you can see that the test is on. Give me 1 second. There's some problem. So okay, so standalone cannot find module Strolab. Okay, yeah. So this happens if you are not doing npm install. Let us do npm install once. Okay, because it's bit.
So this is WebStorm or this PHP Storm?
Yeah, I'm using PHP Storm.
So this ID you are using, and under which protractor is working?
Which
protractor?
Which
so this is PHP. This is the ID, right?
Yeah.
And here I can see protractor.
Yeah, this is a project. So you can see here, this is where the protractor will come into picture. Okay, see this protractor. Okay. Okay. So yeah, protractor is here. So this is just like Maven, where we give the locators. Okay. Okay. So give me 1 second. So I'm okay. So my everything is ready now. I will run this protractor test. Okay. Okay. So your browser is invoked, and then oh no. Okay, what is going 9,000? Give me 1 second. 9,000.
Localhost.
Okay, so okay, it's trying to get into 9,000. Let me just check. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I think there is some problem with this configurator. So if we go to this test, so typically we are going into. Give me 1 more second. Here we are going into. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. I think we need to go to protract test. Okay. Test by okay. I mean, see, I mean, this project have multiple protractor files. Okay, so that's the reason why it is just complaining. 1 second. Configuration proto.config. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 more second. Config plugin tests. It's running some config plugin tests. Okay, give me one. I think there is some. Okay, so I'm not running the right one. Give me 1 second here. Examples. Give me 1 second, guys. Just okay. So try to test this itself. Yeah, it got everything here. It runs on Chrome. Okay, give me 1 more minute. Okay, full stack. Okay, so let us go for night watch. Meanwhile, I will just show you that in a minute. Okay, I think somebody asked you questions in chat. Okay, let me go back. Will you send us application you will be using in training? Yes. Yeah, that's 2 minutes job. I'll send a zip file. It's not a problem, Phil. Okay. So yeah, so let us go to this night watch. So in night watch, here we got this night watch here. Okay. So typically what I need to do is I just need to make sure that you always do npm installed and then npm run start. Okay, and just leave it like that. Okay, so now what happens is typically now it is running few tests, but the tests are running in the headless mode. Okay, so what I want to show is we can even run the headless test. So it is just a matter of one line here. Okay, so you can see that the tests are running. You can't see any browser opening because I'm running in headless. Okay, however, if I want to run in a real browser, so what I will do is I'll run in Chrome. Okay, pardon?
It will initialize Chrome now. Chrome browser.
Yeah, it will initialize Chrome browser. Okay. Okay, so tag is API. So let us remove all these tags. Okay, 1 second. Let me run it. Okay, I'm running it now. All the tests will run. Now, what will happen is it will go through the Chrome. It should open the Chrome browser. Okay, which you already did. You can see that the Chrome browser is opened. It's opening some website and it is actually trying to find some locators. And I mean, this is just a typical, I mean, opening the browser and then clicking on the buttons and all these things is very common. So it's no big difference in that. Okay. So now from there, the automation tests will take it. Okay. As you can see that the tests are running one by one. So, I mean, there are a few changes in the front end, so don't worry. It runs one by one. So it runs the whole test suite. Okay. It will take some time, but let us leave like that. So typically like that, this is what the night watch is. So the point here about night watch I'm talking about is you can see that some beautiful test cases are written in Cucumber. So basics is about that protractor, which I'm showing, but advanced is about, so because here you can see that I had written the test in a very, very basic way. So that the tests are very, very basic. I'm not using much of Cucumber and stuff. Okay. But if you go to Cucumber, what I'm writing in a very exhaustive way. Now underneath that, I'm using some page object model also. Okay, so you can see that there's some page object. So I'm using some page object model and I'm using some advanced configurations into it. So this is what the advanced course, it's not a separate course, but in the same course, initially few days will be JavaScript, then the basics, and then the advanced concepts. So it is like a three levels of concepts which I'll be discussing over the period of time. So you'll have all these three things in your I'll be teaching over the period of time. Okay, which includes your basics using protractor, this is what the protractor is about. Okay, so you can see that there's some configuration. So I think somebody asked, can we run in different browsers? Yes, why not? You can run in any browsers. Yeah, we can run in any browser. So only thing is you can see that it's all about configuration, guys. It's just a matter of configuration. So you need to get your configuration files ready. So example, you want to run in Source Labs, you need to run one configuration file. And if you want to run in locally, you need to use one configuration files. Okay, see that example you want to run in Source Labs, you have to give a config file with multiple browsers. Example, the one configuration will do multiple browser testing here. Okay, but not parallelly, because Nightwatch can do it parallel, but this won't do it parallelly, but it can run the tests parallelly. Sorry, sequentially. But Nightwatch, if you go to Nightwatch, you can see that I can run the whole test parallelly. So there is some small thing which I have to do here. Okay. Right now the tests are running in sequential. So if you want to run the whole test parallelly, what I will do is, you can see that there's a small thing which I will do. Okay, so you can see that. Give me 1 minute. Yes, there's something which I need to do. Yeah, that's it. If I do this, now I'll stop my tests. I think they're running forever. I'll stop this test and run it in a parallel mode. Okay, so that I stopped it. Now see, if I run it, now you can see that the tests are running in parallel. So the 3 feature files running in parallel mode. Okay, so what happens when I'm running in parallel mode, the whole 3 tests will be running in parallel. So you can see that the 3 browsers which are opened, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is which is not possible using your protractor. You can see that 3 browsers. This is called parallel testing.
That is run by Nightwatch.
Yeah, it's run by Nightwatch. Okay, so I mean Selenium, you will struggle to do a parallel test, but in Nightwatch and JavaScript, it's just a matter of 1 line of code. You can see that I had written 1 line of code. That's it. The whole test will run parallelly. It will be like you'll be seeing it will be running forever. You don't need to worry about much about it. Okay, so it will be running in parallel. So those kind of things also I will show you when we go into that level of configurations. Okay, and parallelly, but the basics of this will be protractor. So how the protractor works is, you can see that. I mean, I can't open so many things right now, but you can see that in package.json itself, first thing that we have to do is we need to load our libraries, which is number 1. Okay, so then number 2 is about creating a small framework for us, which includes, for an example, here is a framework where I need to create some helpers and some helpers here. So helper.js is what I will normally use. So what will be there in the helpers? The helpers, you can see that the helpers will be like nothing but a wrapper functions. Okay, example, go to URL is a function. Okay, that is one function that you can see that it got some basics of this. Then you need to create get browser name. Okay, and switch to Windows. I think you know that this is like whenever there's a multiple windows, then you need to switch between windows. So that is the function for that. So like that, you need to build some few basic functionalities which is part of the framework. Then based on that, you can write your tests. So like that, and then example, if you want to connect to Source Labs, you need to write some code. So those kind of things, I mean, I can't explain you right now because too much of in day 1, but you will be learning all these things one by one in a proper way, step by step, line by line, and you will be able to learn all these things, and then you will be very comfortable after the course. Okay. Okay, guys. So yeah, let me go to the okay, so let me wrap it up. Let me just tell you what we're discussing till now. So the whole topic is about this course. So this course every Saturday 12 to 5 and every Wednesday, which I just added because the few people who asked what happened, we stuck in the middle. So then I thought, okay, let me take in the middle of the course, middle of your week, let me take my personal time out and then give it for you. So I had taken 8 to 9 p.m. on Wednesday, where you all can come to Zoom, and then I will, just like this, I'll help you each and every one, so that you will be very clear with your doubts. Okay, so this is your things, and then how many weeks? Again, 4 to 5 weeks. Okay. And what I will be teaching: basics of JavaScript, basic framework, sample application, and create and run the tests on the browser. And then I will be teaching advanced concepts like Cucumber and page object model and reports. So this is like a 3-tier thing. One is JavaScript, One is basic framework using Protractor, and then is advanced framework using Nightwatch. Okay. So after that, what else I will be giving? Yes. So every session that I'm taking will be recorded using Zoom, and I got a we got a professional license there, so that every video that I'm taking, everything that I'm talking in the classroom will be taken video. You might have seen that last week demo is posted to everyone in the YouTube itself. So how it was possible? Because I got this advanced tool. So every video, every class, you have a backup video with you, but don't share to anyone. It's not a good thing, but I will give it to everyone who is enrolled for the course, and those people will get the videos. Next, as Phil asked, source code. Yes, I will give you the whole source code because this is all yours. So I will give you the source code for application. I'll give you source code for Protractor, and I will give you source codes for Nightwatch as a part of the practice. But end of the course, I will give you some boilerplates for WebDriver IO as well as Cypress as well, so that it will helpful for your new organization. When you go to a company, when they ask you to set up something, then you can straight away use my code. Okay. Can we invite other people into the course? Yes. If they're ready to pay, yes, you can ask people to come. Okay. And then simple front-end applications here. That's what I will give you. As I said, the application source code, but and also that source code has a few bugs in that. If you say that there is a few bugs in this, so I want you to identify bugs. And the good thing is that if you found any bugs, then even I can personally fix it and give the additional source code, so that you run the test case, it will fail, and you run it again, it will pass. Okay, because application source code is with us. Example, yeah, see, this is a typical bug. Okay, so this kind of bugs, I want you to manually found it and automate it. It will be fun to do it. So you manually, you automate it, and then when you're automating, you will get these bugs. You automate those bugs also, and then what happens after that? We fix the bugs so that you people can run the test again, and it will pass. So it will be a motivating factor. That is what a real time happens, right? When you're running, you will find the bugs. You report it again, you run it, it should pass. As simple as that. Okay. So I'll give you this application for you definitely. Apart from that, what I will give you? Yeah, notes. So I think today we haven't followed any notes, but typically I will the people who already are my students, they will know that I will give a step-by-step notes for everything. And apart from that, I will give you a few practice sessions. So lab sessions, which I'm talking about. So you have lab sessions so that you can practice your stuff while I am there. And ask me any questions. Okay. That's what I will give you. I don't know. So you've got videos, you've got source code, you'll get application, everything you will get. So what else? It's just a matter of you committing to this course. Okay. Will you support live projects? What do you mean by live projects? Okay. Do you mean will you support? Yeah, Srini, what do you mean by live projects? In your company? Is it in your company? Okay. That's a good question, actually. I mean, that's a very good question. I don't know what to say. I mean, after our course, I don't know, man. I mean, see, your company, I don't know how much I can support, because that is your job, right? Typically, so your job, the course will help you. I think I'm very confident that after the course, you can definitely be very good positioned by yourself. You don't need my support, to be honest. After the course, you yourself will do it. But if you stuck up somewhere, then I mean, honestly, I am also doing a job, so I can't support you every time or all the times. But yeah, once in a while, a phone call or some kind of suggestions. Yes, definitely I can help you. That's just a matter of gesture. I mean, like friendship gesture. That is not a big deal. But I would seriously think that you people will be able to do yourself. That is the idea. Okay, so that you can do it. But if you now and then, yes, we can help you. Okay. Okay. Do you help the interview preparation questions? Interview preparation questions, yes. Yes, I think the overall course, when you complete the course, and also updating the CV with the sample projects. See, this is up to you, James. So you want to upload your CV with the sample project, up to you. I mean, it's absolutely yours. You can upload. I mean, you can say that I did a one end-to-end project yourself. That is the main part of this course. I'm not giving a training. I'm giving an application. So I'm giving you the source code. I want you to interact and work. So this 2 months is your experience. So if you really work for these 2 months, then you are really doing it. Then what is the point of not putting in the CV? So you can absolutely put in the CV, and there's no stopping. But again, you have to work. Again, I'm telling, I am like a guider. I am like an engine of a train, but you are all my bogies. So I'll pull you, but I can't really. If you are stopped and if you are stuck, then I can't. If you're not doing any work, then your wheel should be rolling. Then only I can pull you. But if you are static, and then I can't take you. I can't make that. So you people have to work for 5 days a week. Then one day a week I can help you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Phil. Yeah, that's fine. You can let other people know interview training. So yeah, see, interview training. I mean, typically after the end of the course, we will go through this questions. I mean, these questions definitely. So these questions or any kind of stuck that you are stuck up, we will go through the interview questions. I'm telling, if you are in the course, interview session is nothing. Interview training is nothing but your revision. So your revision is nothing but interview training. So whatever you have learned is touch basing that. Okay, but I won't give you some questions, something that you don't know or I don't know. So I want to give you an answer for tell me what is the difference between React and Angular. Those kind of questions isn't the I can't give you if that is the interview is asking. That is available in Google. Yeah, so that's available Google, but that's a different thing. But your basic questions about this difference between Nightwatch and WebDriver, yes, you already have some idea, and I can give you that. We will go through that anyway. That is part of our process, and especially from your, I know the question is about getting a job, right? Again, that is important thing. So from job point of view, even I do a lot of interviews, so I will ask you what typically people will expect. That session definitely we will have at the end of the course. Okay. Yes, Srini. Yes, I will upload in the YouTube. Updating the CV with the sample project. Yeah, and that two questions. So interview preparation I answered. Live project support also I answered. Okay. Anything else, guys? Any other questions? I got, I think 16 people. So I expect everybody to really respond. So maybe the best way to respond is, can you guys please give your phone number here so that I can know who people attended, and also can you please let me know after this session about two things. One is the feedback. Yeah, the course fees is which I can that's the reason why I'm asking the phone numbers. Okay. Because there's a little bit difference here. Good started to 10 star. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the people who are already my students, who already have gone through the Java and Selenium, and who already my students, like even Phil is one of the person I trained him on Java and Selenium in the past. So for him, it is different. But and for my old students, we got a different rate, and for the news people, this different rate. So it's not partiality, but my old students are very much my own. I mean, they actually are. I already know the people, so there's a little bit difference between the face for them and them. That's the reason why I want your phone number, so that I can ping you the course fees. Okay. And also I want your, because to be honest, there's no seats available, because on online I can't take 100 people there. I only need very little people in the online. So that's the reason why I want you to take a decision. I will send your phone number. I will send you the actual I will send you the fees details for to your phone numbers in WhatsApp. Okay. And if you got any questions one-to-one, because I know this is a lot of people out there, you can't ask me any questions, please put your phone number. I will, if required, you can call me. I will give you the answers so that you can take a decision. And please tell your decision within next 1 or 2 days. or maybe if you are absolutely happy, then now also you can enroll, because I got very less seats available for the next week, because last week already I have a demo, the lot absolutely good response, and they're ready to join. But I'm just giving a second chance for the people who missed last week. So this is very limited seats because I can't take so many entries. Please give your decision to my phone number for my email. My phone number is, again, I'm putting 7453289655. So please put your decision to my WhatsApp email, WhatsApp number. It was the same number, saying that yes, we are interested. Please tell me the fees. Then I will, if it is if you are a existing student, this one fees I will send you. If you are an old student, new student, I will send you different. And also, if you got any questions on the payment plan, like installments or a kind of kind of a discount, something, if you want to ask me, please ask me one-to-one, so that I can definitely help to reduce that. It's okay, but I want to know whom I am giving the discount. I can't give a global discount to everyone, right? So that is the thing. So I want to know the people who want, and I want to even good to chat with you, so that I know you, and then I can really give you a best price for you. Okay, that's the reason why I'm not putting the course fees here. Sorry for that, but I will give you the course. But I'm telling the rate point of view, I'm very flexible. We definitely work it out on that. But I want you to spend your time and interest, so that definitely this will help you in the future, and help you to get a nice job. Okay, so I got phone numbers from Phil. I got your number. James, I got your number. Thank you. Srini, I don't got your number. Can you please put your number? Okay, and other people, guys, please, I mean, don't think a different way. Please put your numbers, so that I can put your what you call I can message you, and you also can message me. I know who you are. Okay, so there are a few people like Ruxana, Subhash, Supreza, Teja. Guys, please, I mean, I know you are there, but can you please put your numbers? It will be helpful for me. Okay. Supreza, Teja, I'm unmuting you actually, so that people can talk. Yeah, Ravi. Yeah, Ruxana, thank you very much. And also, you can put me any feedback in the chat, so that I can helpful in your coming sessions. Okay. Akash, James, I got automation. Who is automation here? Yeah, thank you, Supreza. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Supreza, that's fine. You can ping me. You got my number, right? Okay. Yeah, Teja, thank you. Sri, I got it. Srini, Subhash. Yeah, Subhash, your number, please. Ma, also your number, please. I don't know your name, but your number, please. Okay, put your number so that I can ping you one-to-one. That's it, and then I can try to help you in person.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. So ha 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 ha.
Guys, I think there's some disturbance. Hello, who is that?
181. Thank you, Ma.
Okay, yeah, sorry for that disturbance, guys. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, guys, I think I got almost everyone. So thanks for your time, and I will record. I will upload. I will send you this detail. So I think everybody are in the WhatsApp, right? Shall I upload the video in the WhatsApp group link, or is anyone not in the WhatsApp group? I know Phil, you are not there. I will send you. But apart from Phil, anybody not in the WhatsApp group? This JavaScript demo WhatsApp group? Yeah, there's one group here called JS Automation Demo. Anyway, what I will do is I'll copy that link. Okay, so that you people can directly, if you're not, you can directly join. Okay, so I'll copy this link and put it here. Okay, try to make it easy. Okay, so guys, that is the link. Don't click on that in the web, but click on the mobile, or copy that somewhere into the mobile. Okay, so that is where I actually need all this. I will put the video there. Okay, so I will copy the video here, so that you people can see the demo again. Okay, guys, anything else? Any questions? Okay, through email, please. Yes. How do I know your email? Automation. Yeah, thanks, Phil. Yeah, okay. Yeah, automation. Please send your email to me so that I can send you the through email. And guys, please take a have a look and you take your decision as soon as possible so that I can fix all these logistics for next week. Okay, because we need to start from next week, so I need to prepare the logistic stuff. So the sooner, within 1-2 days, if you can tell, your seat will be confirmed. After that, I can't really guarantee, and you need to wait for like 3 to 4 months because I got some other courses and other stuff I need to take. So this is will be done in the month as soon as possible. So end of the May, you'll be able to finish this course, and I will need to concentrate on other things. So please enroll as soon as possible. And after that, if you ask me also, I can't really help you because I'm if this room is filled, if the number of seats are filled, then I can't help you. Because last week, this one girl who asked for that I will come later, I said there's no chance because after that I don't know what I will do. I may not take the course again. So the course will be starting from next week, and after that there's no more entries. Okay, so please respond to me as soon as possible, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you very much. See you next week. Whoever joined the course, see you next week, and get your system ready and get ready for JavaScript. Okay. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.
So for system, it should be the minimum.